I'm Lisa with Travel House, and this is Sherry. Sherry's my tech person. She's awesome. It's okay. Sherry's my tech person. Okay, so I'm going to sit. We're going to kind of just real quick go through the itinerary, what's going to happen, and then we'll take questions from anybody, okay? And then if anybody needs help downloading apps or anything like that, we can attempt to help you, okay? Okay, so this is your travel itinerary, okay? We use an app called Axis, AXUS, okay? So when you get home, because we did it right before we left the office, you'll have a copy of this in your email inbox, okay? You can do a couple things with it. You can delete it because you have a physical copy. You can save it, or there's an Access app that will go on your phone, and everything on this will then be on your phone. There's a code in that email, but if you need help downloading the app to your phone, Sherry and I can try to help you here, or you can call the office and we can try and walk you through it. Okay. AXUS. Okay. So you should have it in your inbox when you get home. Yeah. Yeah. So this is what's going to be in the Access app. It's your travel itinerary. So the first page is just a slight recap. So we're going to turn over into the first full page. So there is an emergency number to Celebrity Cruise Lines in case something happens and you need to get hold of them. The Travel House is in the office. You see the Travel House emergency line there. If it's after hours, please hit option 1, which it says right there, and leave a voicemail. A live person will not answer the emergency. It goes to an email which is monitored. So if you have an emergency, please do that. Okay. Please view or print your attached travel documents. So when you get your email in your inbox, because we did not print the celebrity e-docs because they're like, I don't know, 12, 13, 14 pages long, okay? And really, you don't really need anything from them except maybe your bag tag, which we created a separate attachment for your bag tag. So in your Access app, under documents, and we can kind of show you because I have the Access app on my phone, Sherry has it on her phone, we can show you where we're looking at. You'll see the celebrity e-docs attachment, and you'll see the attachment for the bag tag. If somebody doesn't have a printer or you're having a problem, we can print them physically in our office and we can give them to you, okay? Again, the e-docs you really don't need. It's the bag tag that you're going to want, okay? Yes. It doesn't need to be a color printer. No. Just the bag tag. Again, the e-docs you don't need to. You can keep them on your phone. You can just read through them. It's just a lot of just general information. I'm sorry? Yes, it should already be in your inbox. Okay. The other thing, besides the bag tags, when you completed your online check-in for Celebrity, where you put in like your passport information and all that kind of stuff, it created what's called a set sail pass. Now, if you have the Celebrity app, so I'm going to recommend you download the Access app, which is ours, and the Celebrity app. If you downloaded the Celebrity app, your set sail pass will be, Express Pass, Set Sails Royal Caribbean. Express Pass will be on the Celebrity app, okay? Again, if not, and you can't figure it out and you want a physical copy of it, you can ask and we can print it out in the office for you, okay? Okay, so those are the two important things, the bag tag and the Express Pass. The Express Pass is what you show at the pier to actually board the ship. Yes. Yes. Just, yep, just print as many as you need, okay? Okay, so the next the next option or section is Generations Bermuda Cruise Photo Album. If you want to upload photos that you can share among yourselves, feel free to do so. If you click on that link from your email, it will take you to the photo album. Okay. If you have any questions on how that works, you do not need to do it. It's just if you want to upload photos to share with the group. Okay. So it's a personal choice. But again, you can call the office and we will go over that with you if that's of interest to you. Okay. The next section your package includes. This is individual for everybody because some people took the beverage package and Wi-Fi, some people did not. So it has in here what you had. It will say prepaid ship gratuities if you prepaid the ship gratuities, which I think most of you did. So that says it in that section of what is included with your plan. Okay? So on May 10th, and I'm going to introduce John here. John is our bus parent. John, wave your hand. He is going to be doing the count for the bus, okay? So we use King Limousine. It's going to leave from Franconia Heritage Restaurant, okay? John has a count. If somebody is not using the bus, you need to let me know. Right now we have everybody signed up for the bus, okay? It will be there at Franconia Heritage. The departure time is 9:30 a.m., so please be there at least 10 minutes early because we've got to load luggage onto the bus, okay? You can leave your car at your own risk at Franconia Heritage Restaurant if you choose to do that. We just request they're nice enough to let us use their parking lot. Do not park in the main restaurant spaces. Univest is over to the side. There's spots right in front of Univest in the Franconia lot. Please use those spots. Please don't use any of the main parking. Okay? And again, the bus is going to leave at 9:30 a.m. You all just need to show up. John is going to be there counting. Look for John. Now, I am going to request, normally with a cruise, you can take as much luggage as you want, but there is only limited bus space. Those buses do not have a lot of room for extra luggage. So we are going to request that you all just take one normal piece of luggage per person and then a carry-on per person. Okay? Okay, perfect. Okay, so then you're going to leave. You're going to be driven to the pier where you'll drop off and you'll do your online check-in with Celebrity. The next section, you'll see it's a 7-night Bermuda cruise. It'll tell you what cabin category you're in, what cabin number you're in, your confirmation number, and who's in that cabin. Okay? Everybody is assigned main dining on the ship for the whole group. Okay? You are all assigned main dining on the ship, okay, as a group. So the dining right now is set up for about 6 p.m. When you check in at the cruise pier, Celebrity will have what your table numbers are that you can go to each night. Now, that being said, if you don't want to eat in the main dining room that night, you can go up to the buffet on your own. You don't need to let anybody know because this is your vacation, okay? You can go up to the buffet. Some of you might choose to pay extra to eat at one of the specialty restaurants. That is all entirely up to you. So don't feel like you need to check in with everybody. Whoever's at dinner each night is at dinner each night. Somebody might say, I've had a long day. I'm going to go back to my cabin or whatever you want to do. It's all entirely up to you on an individual basis. There's a second dining. It normally goes to like 9 or 9:30, but you have to go at 6 if you're going to the main dining room because that is what you're assigned. Otherwise, you'll have to either choose one of the free places at the buffet or you can pay for a specialty restaurant. Yes. Yep. Okay. Okay, just a reminder that you need your express pass at the pier, and the ship actually is going to depart from Cape Liberty at 4 p.m. Okay, then they're going to do cruising by the Statue of Liberty, and then you're going to arrive in Bermuda at the Royal Naval Dockyard at 8:30 a.m. on the 13th, and then you're going to leave 3 days later on the 16th at 4 p.m. Okay. And then on May 17th, you'll dock back at Cape Liberty, Bayonne. Okay. Now, disembarkation time is 7 a.m. If any of you have ever cruised before, disembarkation day can be a little chaotic. So the cruise line will have luggage tags in your cabin. They normally give them to you with the time that you can disembark the ship. If it does not meet these times, just stop down at the welcome desk and let them know so they can change your bag tags so you can get off the ship, because the bus has to sit there and wait till all of you are together before they can pull around to pick you up. And John will be calling the bus to come pick you up. So Cape Liberty that day is going to be kind of crazy. So we didn't do a meeting place on the ship, because once you get off, you still have to go out off the ship and then find your bags, and then before you can exit the cruise terminal. So there's no way all of you could have stayed together, okay? Because it's just crazy. So we're going to have you meet at the bus zone pickup area, okay? And Sherry has been there most recently. When you walk out the door, you go across a crosswalk.
Yeah, it'll be on your left. When you leave luggage claim, the bus pickup will be on your left. It's the same place you got dropped off at. So kind of note that as you're going into the terminal. But there is a place where cars can pull around. So you'll have to cross that lane of traffic to get over to that bus area.
And there are crosswalks.
There are crosswalks. So
okay, and then you'll meet at that middle island. If you have questions, ask a Royal Caribbean member or look to see John waving his hand. Okay, because then once all of you are there, he's going to call the bus to come to pick us up. We have the bus scheduled to pick you up at 9:30 a.m. So we need to depart by 9:30. So we're going to ask you try to be there by at least 9:15 a.m. So again, when Celebrity puts your bag tags in your cabin the night before, unless you're going down to the welcome desk anyway, just ask them what time they have you disembarking, because you have to meet a bus at 9:30 a.m. Okay? Yes.
So if you decide to go and take your own luggage down,
There's no point in getting off right away, because a lot of that's for walk-offs who really want to get off the ship really quick. You can definitely do that. I prefer keeping my luggage with me. So, but make sure you're down early, but make sure you're there at 9:15 to meet the bus, so you don't have to get right off at 7 a.m. or whenever they start disembarking. Okay. What was that? Oh, it's from the microphone. Okay. Thank you. Yes. When you're there and you're dropped off, you will just look for a porter. They're everywhere, and say, "I requested wheelchair assistance." They have it noted. For coming back, Sherry, you did it with your mom. Did they have to go down to the desk?
There'll be a special area that you go to wait for disembarkation. Usually a lounge or something, but that should be on your luggage tag. If it's not, you can go to the front desk and ask them where that location is.
So sometime during your cruise, before the last morning, I would just stop at the main welcome desk and just ask them where you need to go.
and they'll have the wheelchair.
Yes, it's been requested, so just go and ask them where you need to go, so you know where to meet them to get the wheelchair off.
Like he's got the motor scooter.
That you leave and they pick it up.
Right, but then so he would have to go from the room to where the wheelchair.
You can ask probably to see if they'll come up to the cabin or meet you at an elevator. I would go down to the front desk and then just ask them. Okay. Does anybody else need wheelchair assistance at the pier? No, we're all good? Okay, yes.
Lisa, I wanted to ask about one bar.
Yes.
So we leave our bags with the tags in our room.
No, on the day you're getting off the ship?
Yes.
No, they'll give you directions. It's the night before. If you want to put out your bags the night before, that means you're without some of your stuff.
Yes.
Then you put the tags on, you leave it out the door by whatever time they give you, 9, 10 o'clock, and then it's waiting down in the warehouse for you. They pick them all up during the night. But you can do a walk-off, like what she was saying. You can request a walk-off where you keep the bags with you so you don't tag them or anything.
Okay, that's our discretion,
Yeah.
whether we want to, but if I keep a carry-on.
Yeah, you can walk off with it. Yeah.
My real question is there time to go for breakfast?
There's breakfast areas that are open very early in the morning. The buffet is normally one of the easiest, but there'll be different spots on the ship. I think the main dining rooms are even open very early in the morning, but it's early because they have to clean everything before people start getting on for the next cruise. Yeah, and the Celebrity will have that like in your daily itinerary, which will be on your TV, or if you have their app, generally the daily itinerary is in the app.
And
Okay.
when you get your tags for disembarkation, your luggage tags, there'll be a number on there, say 21 or something like that. When you get out into the terminal, the warehouse, that's where you'll look for your bag. So they'll have sections marked 1, 2, 3. And so if you're in 21, you would go to the section marked 21 and then look for your suitcase.
Okay, and they announce for people who with the bag tags, they announce, oh, number 8 is now disembarking. So you have to keep your ear out, and it's crazy. People are just lined up everywhere and sitting everywhere, just all waiting to get off the ship. Yeah.
The tags for going home, are they already given to you?
No, they put them the last night or two. They put them in your stateroom. But if you want to check down at the main welcome desk during your cruise, just to verify what time they have you getting off the ship, to make sure you're off by the 9:15 time, that's probably a good proactive idea.
Are there formal nights on board?
There are, but formal is not what formal used to be. Okay, so for a 7-night cruise, generally you have 2 formal nights, and they announce them on board when they are. But unless you really want to dress up, most people don't anymore. The main rule of thumb anymore is just no jeans or shorts in the dining rooms for dinner. Okay. Other than that, nobody's going to bother you with what you want to wear. So formal nights, if you want to do dress slacks and a really nice blouse, you'll be fine. Guys, polo shirts, khakis. You don't. But if you want to wear a dress and do a cocktail dress and get pictures or something like that, feel free to do that. If you want to take a jacket and tie and get dressed up, that is entirely up to you. But no, formal is not what formal is anymore. People just don't want to do it or bother. So yes. Yes. That's called wheelchair port assistance. You just need to let me know, and I can request it with Celebrity for you. Yeah. I know everybody put their own thing. Honestly, I don't think they're going to make you sit there and wait. They're so efficient at check-in. They just want to get everybody on board the ship. So when the bus gets there, just go in and check in. Okay? Yeah, don't worry about it. The ship won't leave without you. Yeah.
I'm talking about a beach experience.
Mhm.
Do you need to rent an umbrella and a chair if you go to the beach?
No, they have chairs that are there for free
On the ship or
on their beaches. So no, in Bermuda they don't have their own private beach. So there is. Yeah, no, you're gonna have to rent them there. Yep. Yeah.
okay? Do you have an idea of what costs or? Okay.
And also, Royal will go over it on board because the transportation system in Bermuda is really good. The bus is inexpensive. when I did it, I took the bus from the pier over to Horseshoe Beach. So, and they can explain all that, the shore excursion desk on board the ship, they can explain all that to you, how you get your bus tickets and all that kind of stuff. You can take beach towels from the ship. Just make sure, yeah, just make sure, yeah, because they have them for the pool and everything. Just make sure you return them, because if you don't, they put them on your room card. They'll charge you. They will charge you. Any other questions? Okay, so the other main things, if you're taking your phone with you, check with your cell phone provider before you leave, because when you're in Bermuda, that's international. A lot of times, some of them have international plans that are very inexpensive. They could be like $8, $10 a day, and some don't charge you if you don't use it a day. It depends on your provider. So just check with them, see what it is, see what you need to turn off on your phone. Generally, the safe thing is to be in flight mode if you don't want to get charged extra. So just check in with your cell phone provider.
What if you just want to notify the person that you're with if they're in another place? Is that just like there it is here?
You're going to need to ask about text messages. Yeah, unless you have international, like iPhone to iPhone, sometimes you can. It depends on your phone. So now when you're on the ship, I believe with the Celebrity app, you can text back and forth where you are through their app. But it's only very limited service unless you have the Wi-Fi package, which some of you do have.
You can text in the Celebrity app, but the other person won't get a notification. Like it won't ding, and they'll be like, "Oh, mom texted me," or you have to look. You have to physically go into the app and look if you have any notifications.
And that's only going people to people on the ship. Yeah, anything else you need to either have Wi-Fi, which some of you have Wi-Fi with your package. If not, you can purchase it the first day you get on board the ship. Okay. If you do have Wi-Fi, there is an app that we recommend. It's called WhatsApp, WHATS app. If you download it, and whoever you're contacting back home, they also have WhatsApp on their phone. If you're connected to Wi-Fi, you can call them or text them for free via the app, the WhatsApp app. Okay? Yes. You can do it through the Celebrity app while you're on the ship. It's not going to work when you're in Bermuda, but on board the ship, you can do it through the app. But again, what Sherry said is it doesn't ding to let you know that there's a notification. You kind of have to keep looking at it periodically, okay? But it only has basic functional service unless you have Wi-Fi added to your plan. Yes.
Lisa, by any chance, has Celebrity frozen their app? Because when we were allowed to check in,
Mm-hmm.
I did all of that with my photo and my passport. And when I go to the app today, it has nothing there.
We can look at it. I know the one thing, the health check, if they're requiring it, that you can only do like 48 hours prior. But I'm not sure why it would have taken that out. We can take a look at your app and see. Yeah, yeah, because that's once it's in there, it generally stays in there. So
I can't seem to find it.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
May 9th, I did it on the Celebrity app also, check in, but on May 9th, you have to fill out a health question.
Right.
But it can only be done the day before.
It's within like 24 to 48 hours prior. Yep. Now, everybody also keep track. You'll have to do a lifeboat drill. A lot of times it can be through the app or online anymore, or you just have to check in at a certain spot. They will let you know when you check in where you need to go.
It'll be on the app as well. Under safety, it'll show you where your muster station is. So I would suggest to you when you get on the ship, just go straight to your muster station, get it taken care of. You don't want to be the person that they keep calling and,
And that's the day.
people haven't checked in yet.
And that's the day that you board the ship. Okay.
Are there medical services on board?
There is a doctor's office on board. It's limited what they can do. That's why you hear sometimes about medevacing people off the ship if it's something serious. Um, you have to check with them, but most of them do not cover when you're out of the country. So any of you who took the celebrity insurance or our own personal insurance, you need to keep your receipts, the diagnosis, and the doctor contact information, and you can try and claim it via emergency medical through that. Okay? Yes?
Do you want to talk about gratuities? Which ones are included?
The ones that are included, if you have prepaid gratuities, I really think everybody took them, but 99% sure. They include the maitre d', your waiter, your assistant waiters, and also your cabin steward. Okay, so if there's somebody who did a great job for you and you want to tip them more, you can give them cash at the end of the cruise. As far as like spa services, anything that is additional like that, gratuity is not included. When you order drinks on board, if you have the drink package, your gratuities are included. When you order drinks on board, they usually automatically include, when you're signing for your drink, they automatically include a gratuity there. But be careful, because there'll also be an additional gratuity line, and you could be confused and think, oh, I still need the tip. That's if you want to do an additional amount when you're signing for your drinks.
Everything is covered in most of your stewards and everything is all covered.
Yeah, it's just like additional stuff. Now, if you're doing a shore excursion off the ship, I don't know who all booked shore excursions, which they'll have that information in your cabin ready for you. Those drivers and guides are not included, so you should tip them.
What's the customary tip?
Generally for a full day tour, and you can use US dollars in Bermuda. Generally for a full day tour, I would tip $3 to $5 a person. If it's like only an hour or two, I would just do $1 to $2 a person. Okay, and that's driver and guide. I mean, again, if they're fabulous and you want to do more, that's always welcome, but I think with the other, you should be perfectly fine.
When you're taking a jitney or a bus like the Horseshoe Day, you tip that person?
If you're doing the public buses, no. But if you're doing something private, like a taxi or, I don't know, horse and carriage or something like that, then yes, you should tip them. Okay. There is a little dock area there, right where the ships dock. So there's some shops and stuff there if you want to walk to them. Yeah. Yes, room service, but it depends on what you're doing. If it's like the continental breakfast in the morning, you don't have to tip that. And there's generally a card hanging from your door that you can order for the next day. But if you're doing any other time of the day and late night, they are going to charge you a few dollars to do room service.
$10.
Yeah.
Was it $10? It's really gone up a lot. When I did it, it wasn't that high, but yes, it's gone up. So yeah.
Well, that's per order. So if you order 4 dinners, it's still $10.
No, generally your continental breakfast in the morning, they're complimentary, but you have to normally fill out the card for your cabin steward the day before. Mm-hmm. No, I would probably tip $1 or $2. I mean, because they're delivering it, and that's above and beyond. So I would probably tip $1 or $2. And remember, this is a cashless society. So when you're doing your online check-in, or when you're doing your check-in at the pier, they're going to ask to verify and see the credit card that you want to put on your room account, and then you just sign for everything on board the ship that you're charging on the ship, and it goes to that room account. Okay, and then at the end, they automatically charge your card like the night before. You'll get a bill either on your TV. Sometimes they slip it under the door the morning you're disembarking of what all your charges are. I would recommend, especially for those of you that don't have the beverage package and might be buying a drink here and there, or check your online account, either on the TV, keep up to it, especially those of you sharing cabins, to make sure the charges are attributed to the right person. You don't want to wait till the morning of, because you should see the line of people trying to rectify their accounts before they get off the ship. So I would say you can either stop and ask for an account statement if you want it at, again, the welcome desk before, like the day before or something, and just take a look and make sure everything looks okay. Because like I said, that last day, you don't want to be bothering it with it when you get off the ship. So if you're using a debit card, they may run the card throughout the ship because they want to make sure they get paid. Okay. So credit cards are normally a little easier. Any other questions?
What about the $50 that you have to?
The onboard credit?
Right.
That's sitting on your account. So anything, it might not show up till the second day of the sailing. If you have not used it to purchase insurance, whatever onboard credit you have, it's a little bit different for everybody, depending on when you booked and what you booked. If you have not used it to purchase excursions, on the second day, it'll probably show up on your ship account, and it'll come off your balance of whatever you charged on your account.
But it's a good idea to use all of that.
I would use the $50, yeah, because they don't refund it. It's
Okay,
lost
so
money.
you should
So
actually spend $50 at least.
yes, or whatever your onboard credit is. Yes. It's you don't do anything. You just get off the ship. You have to go out through the warehouse, and they check your passport as you walk out. Yeah. They can stop and ask you if they really want to, but normally they're just trying to get people out of there. They normally just kind of check and you're on your way. I think the biggest challenge is finding your suitcase if you left your suitcase out. Anybody else? Okay. If you, yes.
I know, kind of leave a minute, we have questions about your excursions.
Okay.
We want to ask you, I guess we can ask you them.
Okay. Okay. I think we're all good. So if you need help with your apps, me and Sherry are going to be around. If you have further questions, you can call the office or whatever you need. Yeah. Okay.